All right, welcome to Punk Pop Review. I feel like today, well, as you can tell, my recording space is different because, yeah, it just is. Um, but yeah, I think today is gonna be fun because um, we're not necessarily reviewing a punk pop album today, but it's definitely a really good album that's close to my heart. Not really, but you know what I mean. And I feel like there's a lot to talk about in this album. I have a lot of stuff like in my notes or whatever. Yeah, and let's get into it. Hughes McEam 4, they started out just like in high school. They were just like, oh yeah, let's make a band. So they did, and then they started to like write songs, or whatever, and they started to like put demos and stuff onto MySpace, and yeah, like just they had like a decent amount of like followers for like some random high school people that were putting demos onto like MySpace, like probably I don't know, like at least 400 maybe. But then all of a sudden, like overnight, it just blew up to 10,000 because they had gotten attention from what's it called Hawthorne Heights, whatever, their stream team or whatever, and yeah, and they got like a bunch of attention, like literally overnight, and then they started getting like offers from record labels and stuff, which is just like crazy to think about that like how this all happened so fast. And then they ended up getting signed on to Fueled by Ramen, which is like a big deal to get signed on to Fueled by Ramen. So they were just really lucky that that happened. Um, and then they ended up in 2006 releasing uh, Same Old Blood Rush with a New Touch, which is the album that like I'm gonna be reviewing pretty much. And then in 2008 they did Rotations, that was called. And then after that they were touring a bit, whatever. But then they kind of like disappeared off the face of the earth for a while. But then in 2012 they ended up, and then even actually and then even what's his name, Shant, which is the lead singer. He like everyone got lost from the band, and he just like got new people to come with him for rotation or whatever. But then they just died down after 2008, and they didn't really do anything. But then in 2012, they somehow got Shant and all the other original members to come together and do an acoustic, like a 1 hour acoustic set. And then like they got hyped up again, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go on tour and stuff." So they like did shows or whatever, and they were promising a third album. They were like, "Oh yeah, we came back just like My Chemical Romance," but apparently not, because they never ended up releasing an album, and they were touring for like a really long time, like up to pretty much like 2019. They've been doing shows, and then I haven't really heard anything since like mid 2019 about them. But I think they might have like not. I think they might just stop at this point. I think that they're kind of done because they've just been doing like a lot of touring, and not a lot, like minimal touring. They haven't really been touring that much at all, but like just like touring randomly, like breaks, having taking huge breaks for like what's it and not releasing a new album for like 10 years, like 11 years. That's not okay, and especially since they promised an album they never released. That's just like, I don't know, they just felt the need probably to like just disappear because they didn't really know what else to do. um, and yeah, so their music videos on this, or really what their breakthrough song was Curse of Curves, which is, I really like that song a lot, even though it's not like, I don't know, even though it's their most popular song. I know I've said on a couple of other things like that their most popular song is like overrated or whatever, but I don't know, I feel like I like this song a lot. Um, and yeah, I mean, yeah, so obviously Navigate, or sorry, and then they also had another music video on the album was there's a there's a Class for This, which was not nearly as popular as um, what's it called, Curse occurs, and the music video wasn't like as good either. But yeah, the music video was honestly boring for that, but the Curse occurs music video was cool. um, and yeah, all right, let's get into the songs ranked. So number one, Sweat the Battle, which is, I don't know, I feel like that's just a good song. I don't really know what to say. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't, yeah, I don't, yeah, see, I don't know what to say. I never really know what to say that much about the songs, but anyways. And then number two, Curse of Curves, as I said earlier, I love that song. It's just good. I don't know. It's just a good song. Um, and then number three, Finger Twist. It's just a good song. And then number four, Risque. I just like it because it's like catchy. It kind of has like a nice, I don't know. I feel like the album in general has a very, um, it's kind of just like has this like sort of thing. Like the best way I don't really know how to describe it. They're kind of the genre that this album is I would consider to be like power pop, like 2000s power pop or like alternative pop. I'm not really sure, but it kind of had like a whole scene to it. Like there's kind of like a certain thing that like this kind of belongs into in my head. In my head at least, this like whole album. Like I'm trying to think like the Academy is or whatever. I can fit them into like the same category pretty much, or Cobra Starship. Like just kind of have like the same style. I don't really know. Like they kind of have like an emo look almost, but then their music isn't really that emo, but and like they kind of like wear like more like bright pink or whatever, and like skinny but still have skinny jeans and like emo hair almost. Like you can see Shant or whatever, he has like emo hair or whatever in like in their first album, but then his hair look just got like normal, and it wasn't as good, but it's fine. um But yeah, anyways, all right, that was number four, Risque, and then that I just went off. I just started talking, but and then number five is Sweet Talk 101. I don't know, and as with this whole album, really is kind of just like oddly sexual. I don't really know. It's kind of like it's not necessarily just like about. I mean, it's all of it's about girls, but it's not like like I was talking with the starting line ever. Theirs is about girls, obviously, but not to like a sexual level, if you know what I mean. It's just not as, but this is kind of like more sexual, if I have to say. And I don't really want to go into more detail because, or maybe I will, but I don't know. And then number six, Teasing to Please. See, it's just like weird. I don't know. Okay, it makes me uncomfortable. And then number seven, Moan. Continue. And then number eight, There's a Class for This, which has the music video. And then number nine, Newport Living, which is the first which is the first track on the album. It kind of has like the start of it is interesting. It's just like kind of like puts like an interesting start to the whole album, where it just starts off a cappella, where he just like says, shoot, I'm trying to remember the lyrics. Like everyone's a letdown. It just deepens on how far down they can go. Yeah, I can't sing, but whatever. Like it just kind of like starts off like he just sings that with like nothing else, and then it just like as far down as they can go, and then it just goes like do 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 do, and then I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just singing. I'm just being weird. And then number 10, put the metro in metronome. Wait, no, sorry. I put the metro in metronome. Um, and 11 is Fourth String Instinct, which I can play on the piano, of course, because I'm that musical. I'm just a musical guy. Not really. And then oh wait, yeah, no, sorry, that is right. That's the song I can play on the piano. It's just that's like more mellow. It's kind of like not as like power poppy. It's more like it's just like, or although I guess towards the end of the song it does get to be like it does escalate a bit, like so what made you think that he couldn't find the door in the morning? It's just kind of just I don't know. Yeah, it's a good song. I like it. And then number 12, which is number 12, that's the last of the ranking, is Lyrical Lies. I just don't like that song that much, but whatever. And yeah, but like as I was saying earlier, it's just like really kind of like sexual and stuff, but like to a degree where it's almost like sexist. Like here's a lyric. Do you hike your skirt or push it down to get those gents what they crave? Like it's almost like I don't really know. It just kind of makes me like, come on, Shane. Like you can tell that he likes his woman, but he doesn't respect them at all, and he's just like a player. He just doesn't care really. But he doesn't really think about it that much. I don't know. Like he's just kind of sexist if you think about it. I don't know, but and then like I was saying earlier, I feel like this band kind of like cues what we aim for, and especially this album kind of like fits into just kind of fits in with like the Academy is, which I'll show a picture of the Academy is, and then also like Cobra Starship, and maybe Forever the Sickest Kids. Although Forever the Sickest Kids, I feel like their music isn't very similar, and same thing with Cobra Starship, but they kind of have a same aesthetic to them, and same thing with Academy is like this, just like the style or something. I'm not really sure what it is, but yeah, as you can, I tried to cut this one a little short because I don't think that everyone's really watching my videos all the way through because it gets boring. So that's why this one's like just a slight bit shorter. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it. I mean, I really like this album, so yeah. Bye.